panel 1, 2, 3, 4, and how it needs to be mapped. That's a really important part. Humidity. You don't have to worry about all of these pieces of hardware having the elements hit them with the humidity, the salt, the buildup, the weather. So now, due to the fact that all of these can be replaced by software, you don't have to worry about it. Through the software as well, you can control that auto brightness. So you still have an option for maybe a photo cell, but now software can control that display. So when I think about digital, when I think about message centers, and I think about controlling them from the software side, your client now can absolutely control it from their iPhone or their Android, which is huge. When we're thinking about sort of where LED displays have evolved, how they've come from these large, big cabinets, now they're down to this modular, simple design. You have the flexibility of doing your installs. They're in stock. You don't have to wait any longer, those 8 to 12 weeks. You don't have to tell your customer, that's great, you're ready to buy your display, but that's gonna be another 8 weeks. I can look at all of the different manufacturers, and what I can see is those lead times are getting shorter and shorter. You can get that product to that client depending on your install schedule within a week. This also allows sign shops that maybe have never gotten into digital signage, it allows you to get into it. You don't have to be afraid of it. With the simplicity and what we at manufacturers are doing when it comes to LED signage, we are simplifying it and allowing it to be added into applications where it never was added before. So you can begin to add digital into smaller, maybe just a 2 poles, add on a 2x8, add on a 1x6, get that client into digital with the way that the designs and the modularity are coming out today. They're much easier to install, they're very light. You can actually take your framework and you can start to do the install with a frame versus that big, huge, bulky cabinet. Effortless to repair. As you think about the future of LED signs and you look at this modular design, it's no longer guessing what part is having an issue. You now can really see, okay, we're gonna replace a panel. It's a swap for parts, 5-year warranty. It allows you as a sign shop to save time. You can do diagnostics through that cloud software. You can get and figure out what needs to be repaired, and you can get that piece of hardware fixed very quickly. The best part of it all is with the advancement of what digital displays are doing, you're gonna be using less electricity than ever before. So we've talked about removing all of these different components with the fans and the ribbon cables and all of these different connections. By removing those, you're going to create less electricity, which you're going to create less heat, which is going to allow your product to last longer. So not only is the install easier, but the product's going to last longer for the customer. Cost effective to transport, easier to handle, more resilient, longer lasting, better looking signs. So this is what it all comes down to. And again, we started off the presentation today talking about a smarter design. It does not have to be the way that it always has been. You don't have to have multiple places of connection to make this hardware drive. By one simple connection, by driving it with your software, you will have a product that lasts longer.